I want to go over the process of finding the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. The rule is if you have a matrix in the form of A, B, C, D, and it's in this form, A, B, C, D, to find that determinant, you're going to multiply A times D, and then you're going to subtract the product of B times C. And that's going to give you that value or that determinant of that 2 by 2 matrix. I'm going to show you some examples. You might want to write that down. I want to show you some examples on A, B, and C of how to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. In A, whenever we multiply this, and I think sometimes it's easier just to write it out to the side, I'm multiplying 2 times 4, which is 8, minus is part of that formula, 2 times 2, I'm going to come this way, 2 times 2 is 4, 8. And when I combine that, that subtraction is 0. So my determinant for A is 0. On B, we're going to multiply A times D, these two right here, 8 times 3, and get 24, minus, remember that minus is part of that formula, going this way, 7 times 2, which is 14. And when I do that subtraction is 10. So the determinant for this 2 by 2 is 10. So it's going to be a whole number, an integer of some sort, if every number, every element in the matrix is an integer. Or it could be just a real number, fraction, or decimal. In C, we're going to apply the same principle, but we're going to have K, or K may be the part of the determinant. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to multiply 3 times negative 3, A times D. So 3 times negative 3 is negative 3K, minus 3 times the binomial 3 minus X, minus 3 times the binomial 3 minus K. So then we just simplify that. We have negative 3K. Distribute negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Negative times a negative is a positive 3K. And what I see is that the K's are going to simplify or cancel out because they're opposites. And so my determinant is negative 9. Now I do want to show you something that students do, and I want you to be careful of this careless error that they do. So I'm just going to erase this and kind of pull all the rest of it up. We go back to C in this particular matrix. If we're finding the determinant, we're still saying negative 3 times K, and we're getting negative 3K, minus. Then I have a lot of students that will go ahead and distribute the 3 to both the 3 and the minus K, and they'll write it like this, 9 minus 3K. The problem is that subtraction, you're subtracting a binomial. So therefore, you must keep that binomial in parentheses so that you do not forget to distribute that negative. So in this binomial right here, once you distribute that 3, you want to keep that binomial in parentheses so that you can again remember to say, oh, this is negative 9, and negative times a negative, this is a positive 3K. Again, you'll see that the 3Ks are going to cancel out or simplify, and my answer will be negative 9. So just don't forget that if you have a binomial and then you're solving or you're finding you're evaluating, or either just simplifying with a variable, that if you have a binomial, you want to keep it in parentheses. Again, to find a determinant in the form of a matrix 2 by 2, A, B, C, D, with brackets. To find that determinant, it's A times D, AD, minus B times C, BC. That's how you find the determinant of a matrix, 2 by 2.